Hi witches, and welcome back to my channel. As some of you guys may or may not know, I am still adjusting to some new meds, so I am still a little bit all over the place. I'm starting to kind of come back to normal, and also have some more energy, which is awesome. So I'm kind of in the middle of like getting my routine straight, which I will be talking about later this week. But that kind of goes hand in hand with the topic that we have for today, which is the upcoming new moon in Virgo. So yes, the new moon in Virgo is occurring on Saturday, August 27th. And if you'd like to join us in our patron-only private ritual, there is still time to join. The rituals are accessible to all levels of patronage, so if you are interested in it and you just want to try it out, that starts at $1, goes up to $30. No pressure though, it's just some extra stuff in case you guys want it. We're going to be focusing on setting some goals for ourselves and also consecrating a notebook to aid us in this, or to perhaps become our grimoire or book of shadows. So feel free to join us. If not, no worries, it's all good. Now, as we know, the sign of the new moon always directly reflects the sign of the sun. And because the sun is in the sign of Virgo, and it is Virgo season, our new moon is going to be in Virgo. Also, because it is Virgo season, prepare for me to be absolutely insufferable. Yes. And to all of my fellow Virgos, happy birthday. Now, being an earth sign, Virgo calls us to find some balance and also to focus on the material things in life. So maybe your health or your career, right? Now, the moon is also going to be squaring Mars in Gemini, and this can cause some tensions to flare maybe, and there is kind of this risk of like aggression or maybe things kind of boiling over. So just be aware of that and be sure that, you're keeping your emotions balanced and in check, something that I'm not super great at, but we're working on it. But most importantly, this is a really good time to be gentle with yourself. Like, please, oh my gosh, I care about you so much, you should care about you too. Now, Virgo tends to want to focus on being perfect, or this idea of perfectionism, which is not always possible to achieve. So that's what I mean by being gentle with yourself. Know that, as long as you're doing your best, that's all you can ask of for yourself, and all that others can ask of you. So if you're doing your best, I'm proud of you, and just know that no matter what, okay? Cool. Now, as always, there are tons of other astrological guides out there, and I think they're all wonderful. You should totally go watch them. But I tend to focus more on the physical kind of spell work and ritual craft aspect of each of these lunar events. So that's what we're going to talk about. We're going to start talking about some correspondences and some magic and spell work that you can do on the Virgo new moon, if you feel called to. So let's jump into that. Now, Virgo, being an earth sign, does call you to come be healed, find some grounding, find some balance, whether that is physical wellness or mental or emotional wellness, whatever you choose to focus on. Again, maybe focusing on energies associated with prosperity and career. Some of the colors that are associated with this new moon include white and black, as usual, as well as green, orange, brown, and gold, so kind of those late summer colors. Some crystals you might want to use on your altar include amethyst, onyx or black tourmaline, garnet, sapphire, being the Virgo or the September birthstone. Peridot would also work for this moon because it's going to be in August, so totally works for you. Along with stones such as jasper, jade, or carnelian. Some herbs you might want to focus on. The first three, of course, are like my favorites, which I thought was really funny, but those are rosemary, lavender, and mugwort, as well as patchouli or any other herbs that are really associated with the earth, or have those kind of alignments or are ruled by that planet. You might also want to include sage, eucalyptus, goldenrod, or chrysanthemum. So now that we have all of our correspondences and you are fully equipped to build a beautiful altar, let's talk about some activities that you can do on the day of the new moon or the evening of the new moon, whenever you feel like practicing. Let's go over some activities that you can do to really tap into the Virgo energy of this lunation. So first and foremost, if there is something that Virgos love, it is definitely being organized. So this is a really great time to kind of sit down, evaluate where you are in your practice and where you want to be in the upcoming year. I know it's still August and maybe next year seems really far away, but if you're following the wheel of the year, it might be sooner than you think, because Samhain, which happens on October 31st, is often called the Witch's New Year. So some witches, it's harder for me, I don't do this so much, but some witches actually kind of base their year around Samhain. So if that is something that applies to you, it is coming up sooner than we think. We have Mayban on September, I believe 21st this year. Please don't quote me on that. And then Samhain, of course, is on the 31st of October. Right now is a super great time to kind of make a to-do list of the things that you want to achieve in the remainder of the year, maybe things that you would like to focus on in the upcoming new year. And this is why I wanted to focus on consecrating a notebook to be used in all of your wonderful magical excursions during the Patreon ritual. So hopefully that gives you a little bit of context as to why we're doing that specific spell. If that doesn't work for you, if you're just like, that seems super overwhelming, maybe consider just like decluttering part of your house. I find that I like to go through my closet and donate clothes or things that I just like, why am I holding on to this? I don't need this. I know it can serve someone better. So how can I improve other people's lives by donating things that I no longer really use? So again, try to find places to donate to, like charity shops, thrift stores, stuff like that. If they are local, even better. Again, if that even seems like too much, maybe just sitting down and making just a list of some goals that you want to do over the next lunar cycle. So from this new moon until the next new moon, what is one or two things that you would like to do? There is room for everybody in witchcraft, and no matter what your level of ability is right now, you are a valid witch. So be sure that you are, engaging with practices that best serve you. And if right now having elaborate rituals or doing all of this physical work is not going to work out for you, that's okay. Just try to find some time to maybe balance, ground, center, and think about, some stuff that you want to get done. It's all good. Don't worry about it. Now, going hand in hand with that, if you wanted to get a little bit creative, maybe consider making a vision board that highlights your goals that you have for yourself. And again, I will be talking about my own a little bit later this week. But this is also a really great time to be working on any sort of crafts. Again, we're kind of still carrying over that energy of Lunasa, right? Which is all about craftsmanship and abundance and coming together to just really start to settle in for the fall. So some of that energy still carries on over into this lunation. So if you are really interested in doing craft, I very much recommend you do so. And then generally speaking, spells for cleansing, grounding, anything having to do with prosperity, abundance, finances, career, as well as fortifying your home and hearth. I definitely recommend doing during this Virgo new moon. As always, cleansing your space, kind of resetting and setting intentions for the month ahead. Fantastic to do during new moons. And as always, I wish you the best of luck with your new moon rituals. I hope you have a fantastic time, and I hope this video helped you. I will see you guys in the next one. Bye.